What's good, YouTube? Andre here with the DM Network, Mr. DM Gaming himself, and got a lot of information for y'all today, a lot of stuff to cover in this video. So, guys, it's gonna be good. You want to stay tuned for this.
I am Prince Vegeta. Kneel before your god.
Okay, so guys, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, click that bell icon so you don't miss a single upload. You can follow me on these social media platforms. PSN ID is Dmgaming5. Twitter is Dmgaming5. Twitch is Dmgaming06. And Instagram is at _DM_network. So what I want to talk about today, actually, forget it, man. Let's just jump into it, man. Live stream. Huge information right here. Live stream. So remember the schedule that we saw a couple days back where it had the information on there for the for the games. Project Z was slated for Wednesday, today at 12. And I think it was about 12 to 12:20, but they changed that, and we don't know who that was going to do it. But we still ended up being right that they are going to show it today. But it's going to be on the Bandai Namco live stream, and they are showing it for 1 full hour. Dmgaming was also, if you follow him on Twitter, he's a big Dragon Ball YouTuber and stuff. He got to actually play it at Bandai Namco at their E3 booth or whatever. A lot of people did. And he said that it is like the trailer, the gameplay, the 10-minute gameplay that we saw, he said it serves it no justice. He says there's so much stuff to do. And I mean, he was almost in tears about this game. So, man, Nindaba, I can't pronounce his name. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Anyway, live stream today. All times are Pacific Daylight Time. So, it's 2 to 3 o'clock p.m. So if you're Central Time, it's going to be from 4 to 5. And if you're Eastern Time, if I'm not mistaken, it's probably going to be like 5 to 6 your time. And then also June 13th, they're going for 30 minutes about the game. I don't know what they're going to show on the 13th. I mean, if they're showing an hour today and 30 minutes is dedicated to it tomorrow, I can only imagine, y'all, they are rolling out a lot of stuff for this game. And you can watch that on Mixer, Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch /Bandai Namco US. Man, that in itself is enough news for today. But I got more stuff to talk about. But just to touch on this, my God, an hour today about this game, and then 30 minutes tomorrow. It almost begs me to ask the question, why did they even push it back? But like I said in the previous video, I think they pushed that. I don't think they had to push it back. I think they could have very easily released it this year. But Bandai isn't big on releasing their games in the middle of the holiday season, like November, December. Now, there has been a Dragon Ball game that released in November before, but they don't like to do that, especially when they have Code Vein releasing in September. So I don't know. Maybe that's why they did it. I'm not sure. They may end up, hopefully, pushing it back, because I remember when Xenoverse 2 first came out, it was slated for a late release, but it actually ended up coming out a little bit earlier in October. I think it was supposed to come out in November, December, or possibly early in the following year, but actually ended up coming out in October instead. I'm going to look that up for better details, but I know that the Xenoverse 2 release date actually changed from what we initially thought. So hopefully this one does too. But guys, so some more stuff. This is just some clips from some images from the Bandai Namco's booth at E3, where these people were showing, where they actually got to play. They actually got to play Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and this leads me to ask this question, man. This is why I say we're probably going to get a demo for this game a lot sooner than we anticipated. I kind of anticipate a demo dropping maybe around the fall. But my gosh, I mean, because all they literally have to do is let us play what they play. From what it looks like, the only thing that they could play was up to the Raditz fight. They could beat Raditz. After that, they couldn't do anything else. And I don't know how much time they were given to play on these. I mean, they can't just sit there and play for hours. I mean, there's time limits to it, but it's interesting. Like I said, I wonder if they have this playable at E3, how long is it before we can actually get our hands on it? Well, the question to that, or the answer to that question is, once everything that these people saw in this playable demo at E3, everything that's in there, once that's revealed, then they'll more than likely release a demo. Because if they give a demo now and it's stuff that they haven't revealed yet, then it gives away the element of surprise kind of thing. And so they do have a live stream today for an hour. Y'all definitely tune into that, because they were giving away games yesterday. So I'm sure they're going to be giving away some copies of Dragon Ball Kakarot whenever it comes out, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. And then tomorrow for 30 minutes, I expect them to possibly give us a more definite release date and also information regarding betas or demos for the game. So I wanted to show that, because for them to have a playable demo at E3 says a lot. Pokemon Sword and Shield has a playable demo. The game comes out in November. The Avengers had a playable demo as well at E3. And that game doesn't come out till March of next year. But anyway, so let's continue on with today's video. Just wanted to drop those tidbits of information. So guys, this is getting into the meat of the video here. We will be able to control other characters. That is a fact by this screenshot alone. And I had to zoom in so you could read it. If you look at the top, that's the Raditz thing. That's the story mission. The bottom is a side quest. And what does it say? As Goku, head out to defeat whatever. But that's the key, as Goku. Everybody who reads that, and I'm going to explain it because I know somebody may not get it. But if it says as Goku, that means that you're going to do other stuff as other characters. Otherwise, it would just say head out to defeat such and such, or whatever. So that alone confirms that we will be able to actually control other characters in the game. Now, how they work that, I'm not sure. Like I said, my theory is that keeping it true to the anime, you're going to have to do certain things in order to advance the story that's true to the anime. For instance, I'm not going to be able to fight Raditz with Krillin because that just didn't happen. You see what I'm saying? So, Goku is the one that got this quest. Maybe that's how they do it as well. Each of the different characters you could play through and fly through with them. But they have like Piccolo's with Goku. Maybe Piccolo, if you control him, he has his own set of side quests and things like that. Who knows? I don't know. This is just speculatory. But I know for a fact now, especially looking at this image, that we will be able to actually play and control other characters. Now, what capacity that is, I don't know yet. I can only theorize, and y'all already know my theory. And if y'all don't know from yesterday's video, my theory is that, for example, when they was fighting Nappa, Goku was training with King Kai. We already know from the first trailer that Goku is that's part of the game for you to be training with King Kai. We also know from the trailer that was recently released at E3 that we saw Tien, Chaozu, Krillin, them getting beat up by Nappa. We know from the anime that those events were happening at the same time. And we know that you can go to different places on the map. So my theory is that I can play through as Goku and I'll save the Nappa portion of the story. I'm fighting against Nappa while I have certain missions that I have to complete on King Kai's planet as Goku, but I cannot advance the story further until I go to Earth and play as maybe Krillin, Piccolo, Yamcha, Tien, and fight against Nappa. Because I don't think they're going to just throw a cutscene in there. I think we're going to actually get the fight against Nappa with those characters and simultaneously kind of play King Kai's planet with Goku. So like in the character screen, each character has certain things that need to be done. Now, the majority of those things, are going to have to be done by Goku. But I think a lot of those other things there's going to be some minor things and smaller things that are going to have to be done with other characters in order to advance the story. Y'all get what I'm saying? So that's that. But that right there, that image alone to me confirms that we're going to be doing some other stuff. So Now I have another comparison image, and this is what we talked about with the gi. That's his uniform. The image on the left is when he was fighting Raditz. The image on the right is the zoomed in image from the world map. Y'all notice anything different? Look at the signia on Goku's gi. The one on the left is from King Kai. Okay, that's that's the Turtle Hermit. That's from the Turtle Hermit. And the image on the right is the image that Goku has basically after he gets off of the spaceship in Namek. This is when he started wearing that particular signia on his gi. Now we know later on he didn't wear a signia at all. And then I think during the Buu arc, I don't know if he did. I have to go back and see, but he wore the Turtle Hermit signia. That's the one you see on the left. He wore King Kai's signia after he trained with King Kai. That's what he fought against Nappa in. You don't see that one pictured here. The one you see pictured on the right is the third signia that he wore. And this is after he got off of the spaceship, basically training himself. Then after that, Goku does wear a signia at some point that just represents Son Goku, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? But the Goku Son family is kind of like the one Gohan had on. But that signia is there too. Goku didn't really wear that long. And then he didn't have one at all. Then, of course, he wore Whis' signia. But that just shows us that I don't know if they're going to do it in the sense of outfits based stat type things. I don't think they're going to do it that way. I just think it depends on what point you are in the story as to what gi that you get. Or maybe they will give some kind of stat element to the gi. I'm not sure. That's yet to be seen. That's yet to be determined. But I thought it was interesting to point that out, that his gi is a lot different in both images. The one on the left, like I said, is the Turtle Hermit, and then the one on the right is the one that he had after he got off of the spaceship. Now, let me see if I still have that image there. This is the image that was pictured, of course, there. If you look at his gi on that one, that's the Turtle Hermit gi. And this is the bigger world map. He's wearing that same gi. Now, what's interesting, I know people are going to say, well, if this is Namek, if this is the gi that he had when he was on Namek, and this is the world map, shouldn't there be more locations? Yes. Here's the thing. This isn't the entire area for Earth right here. Clearly, you see the cursor. If he goes that cursor to the left, there's going to be more cities and stuff available. All of them aren't in that one section. There's more cities that are available. Don't forget, they even went to the ice staging a couple times and stuff. And then also you still got West City, Hercule City, and stuff like that that's on there as well. And we know for a fact that he's been to West City in the anime because that's where he went to get on the spaceship to go to Namek. So I know for a fact that West City should be on the map, but it's not pictured here because this isn't the entire map. There's still more map to the left. So be mindful of that, y'all. I just thought that was really cool and really interesting to point out. But like I said, looking at those two images, it confirms there's two different gis, which is just something more detailed. Now, like I said, does that mean that we're going to have different gis as far as stat-based gis and stuff, or gis that come with different stat boosts or elements or you know, power-ups or something like that? I don't know. Are the special attacks, are they based on the outfits that you wear? I hope not. I hope the super attacks are customizable, like you can pick which ones you want to use and stuff like that. And the fact that he has rock, paper, scissor on his special attack kind of tells me that the game is going to start out at some point in Dragon Ball, because that's, yeah. Anyway, y'all, that's all I have for today. A lot of information here. Like I said, don't forget about the Bandai Namco live stream today at 2 to 3 o'clock p.m. Pacific time, which is 3 to 4 Central, and if I'm not mistaken, 4 to 5 Eastern time. So tune in to that, y'all. And like I said, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Even if you're not new and you haven't subscribed, please do that. Turn on notifications, because we're getting this information left and right, and it's a lot of stuff coming out. So that's all I have for right now, y'all. Till next time, thanks for watching. Peace out.